mental health check. I checked and I'm gonna be okay because this is temporary. I've gotten through worse and I will get through this too. What's up, my good vibe DJ crew? You know how we do here on the tube. Now, it can't be good vibes all the time. You can't just tell somebody to think positively and let go of the rest. However, there are things that you can do in this moment to help yourself. So, I want to invite you to do a status report. Check in with yourself. How do you feel inside of your body right now? Do you feel stress? Do you feel anger? Do you feel pain? Do you feel grief? Do you physically notice that maybe your neck and shoulders are tight? Maybe you have a headache. Maybe your jaw is clenched. Maybe your shoulders are way up here and you need to just take a moment to bring them down. Maybe do a little bit of a stretch. Notice how you're feeling right now. Acknowledge it. And now I want you to try and release it by doing something as simple as unclenching your jaw, putting down your shoulders, relaxing your body, taking a deep, slow belly breath in and out. Maybe you do this 5 times. Maybe you go outside, or if you can't go outside, you open up a window and get some fresh air. What we're trying to do here is acknowledge how you're feeling right here in the moment and putting it on a scale of 1 to 10. Where are you from calm to whatever emotion you're feeling right now? Is it a 9? Is it a 7? Is it a 3? Where are you at? Once you kind of know where you're at, and then you start implementing these other things that you're doing, whether it's just going into the kitchen and getting yourself a glass of water, or putting on your favorite tune and just dancing or listening to it for a couple of minutes, and then coming back and asking yourself for another status report. Where are you at? Were you at a 7 and now you're at a 2? Or maybe you were at a 9 and now you're at an 8, but you're noticing the physiological change in your body. Maybe you feel less tense. You feel the anxiety, but maybe it doesn't feel as intense as it once was before. Maybe you're feeling more hopeful in being able to figure out what the next step is going to be for you. These status reports tell us a lot. Like, for example, if I find myself very angry or being very judgmental towards other people and their actions or the things that they're saying, and I come back to, like, why am I really angry here? What's really upsetting me? I'll often quickly realize that, oh, these people are hurting and they are in pain and they need empathy and love. They do not need somebody to tell them that how they're feeling isn't valid, or they don't need some scientific literature to educate them on whatever it is that they're thinking or feeling right now. It doesn't matter. What matters is that this person is struggling, they're having a hard time, and it's not about you. Their reaction, their response is not about you. It's about how they're experiencing everything else that's going on in the world right now, how their particular situation in their life has affected the way they view the world. So instead of distracting myself and getting consumed and overwhelmed with these conversations that could feel very exhausting, I can take a step back, notice how I'm feeling, notice the behavior that I'm doing, and then have empathy for what it is they're experiencing, but also remind myself that it's not my problem and that I need to deal with my own stuff, with my family, with my health, with, my career. These status updates are really important, both for our mental well-being and what it is we're trying to put out in this world, as well as how we're positively influencing the people around us. If we are consistently using language like, this is tiring and exhausting and I'm sick and tired of this, that, and the other thing, we're literally just making our bodies sick and tired and exhausted, because right here in front of us, we're having this feeling of this experience, and then we just continue to put ourselves in those spaces, and then our bodies are like, this hurts and I'm angry at everybody, when really we need these status updates to get us back on track. And the wonderful thing about that is that it gives us this sense of clarity and power. Power in something that we actually can control. And do you know what that is, my friends? Ourselves. We can control ourselves. I'm responsible for me. You're responsible for you. And I mean, maybe you're responsible for your children, or you're a caregiver of some kind. But at the end of the day, really the only person that you can control is yourself, your reactions, your responses. And that doesn't mean beating yourself up when you do something really silly, but taking that opportunity to take full and complete accountability. I am a parent. I have found myself in this situation a million times, and I will continue to learn and grow from them. But the thing about these status reports that I find so incredibly helpful in being a caregiver is that when I notice myself get worked up at my child and maybe I raise my voice, I can rewrite that. I can do differently and I can take accountability. So if my child tries to help me by holding a cup of coffee and then spills it all over the place and I never even got to have a drop of it, and I get upset with them, I can go back and I can say, okay, what was my kid trying to do? They were trying to help me. How sweet is that? I hope they forever want to help people. That's wonderful. And I'm upset because I didn't get my coffee, but there's more coffee. Like, I could go make a cup. Yeah, maybe it's a little inconvenient, but at the end of the day, this person is trying to, be helpful, and it was an accident, and I want them to know that it's going to be okay and that everybody makes accidents. So, and that's exactly what I do. I go back and I say, hey, you know what? Mommy's sorry. I was upset and I responded this way, and that wasn't fair to you because you were just trying to help me. I can go make more coffee. Thank you for your help, and I'm sorry. And that is this beautiful life lesson for this tiny human that you're trying to raise. And also, you can do this in real life everywhere else. Maybe you're the boss and you just had a ridiculous deadline and got upset with people about not getting their work done, but weren't really supporting them at the end of the day. Take accountability. Be like, hey, you know what? I put way too much pressure on you guys because I was putting way too much pressure on me. This is how I'm going to do things differently. Thank you for working your butts off. You're appreciated, and I'm sorry. Like, how amazing is that? How much more would you respect somebody for taking that kind of accountability for their actions when they screw up? I know it blows my mind, and it inspires the shit out of me when people do stuff like that. We give our power away all the time, and then we get angry about it. We hope and wish and pray that somebody is coming to save us. Nobody is coming to save us. You have to save yourself. You need to take time to breathe. You need to take time to have that glass of water. You need to take time to take care of yourself so that when you help the people around you, you're not, pouring it from an empty glass. Your glass is full. It's overflowing. It's easy to help other people because you're taking care of yourself. And when you're taking care of yourself, you are less likely to react and respond. And again, like, these status updates give you so much insight and power into what is going on for you and how you can make change today in this moment. Even if it's a little change, because it will turn into a habit. And that habit, that's you, my friend. You're becoming this amazing human being forever and always. I hope that you find relief this week in times where you feel overwhelmed. I hope that these tools have been helpful for you. Maybe you already know about these tools, and hopefully this is just a little bit more inspiration to utilize them, because you can, my friend. And yeah, so much love.